Hi everyone, welcome to November 2021 Energy Insights for the new moon cycle. I am excited but also a little nervous about this energy insight because there is some huge revelations that I'm still trying to work through. So again, just like I've done in started doing in previous videos, is I'm going to set myself aside and allow the words to just come in. I have taken some notes, but I may not read all of them, or because sometimes I personally will try and filter what God's trying to tell me, what my guides are trying to show me, and I want to be of service to you and help you along your journey. So bear with me if I pause, bear with me if I find myself being guided to step back in my thoughts, to really gather what my guides are telling me in the moment. For those of you that don't know, my name is Jackie Ellis. I'm from JackieEllis.com. I'm an intuitive guiding mentor and Reiki master. So what does that mean? It means I read energy and I help people decode the energies within them so that they can transform their life into a life that they love. So let's get started. I did this reading a little differently than I've done in the past, and only because I was guided to do it that way. I will do an overall energies for the month, and give some in-depth into that, as well as I will continue to go through the 6 pillars of life, what I call the 6 pillars of life. So you'll get messages around career, around your relationships, around health, around wealth, which is your quality of life, as well as your personal development and your spiritual journey. This video is going to be released early for Soul Talk members, and we will be meeting at the beginning of the month, near the beginning of the new moon month, to really delve into what that means for the members. So if you would like to join in, you can join in on a single time basis, or without even getting the membership. You can book your spot there, or if you want to join the membership, you'll have full access to the portal and all of the benefits within the portal, as well as other amazing things that we do to help you support your journey. Furthermore, I will be continuing to do the weekly energy insights. So even if you're not sure what the monthly energies are saying for your journey, as we delve into each week, it may become clearer as to what that picture looks like for you. And so you'll be able to just really touch base with your own personal journey and just explore how you can step into your power faster and easier, knowing that what each week means and what that could be for you. So, without further ado, the overall energy for the month. The message that I got as an overall message was: trust that you are supported always, focus on what matters, and find ways to give and receive from the heart. Trust that you are supported always, focus on what matters, and find ways to give and receive from the heart. There are things that are happening in the world right now things that are happening behind the scenes, and things that we are shown that may not be as they truly are. And I want you to know that you are supported no matter what. And when we are being asked to give and receive from the heart, when we are being asked to focus on what matters, what we're being asked to do in this moment during this time is no matter what's going on in our outer world, look within and sort through the storm within you. And know that love is the answer. If we love ourselves, we can get through it. If we love each other, we can get through it. And pure love goes without expectations. So when whatever we're going through, we are going through, we can love ourselves through our journey without having any expectations on how we need to sort through whatever we're going through. We just trust that we are being guided and supported, and take the steps that we're being asked to take. Heal from whatever we're being asked to heal from, and sort through the muck as best we can. I do want to say this, and I'm going to say this in the most loving way possible. Childlike wonder is going to be a tool that you can use over and over and over again this month. It will help you through resistance, in exploring what's behind the resistance that you've been feeling when you've been trying to move forward and you feel like you're stuck. Looking at it with childlike wonder will help you relax the brain enough so that you can move forward and see what's waiting for you, see what's possible for you. It will help you through your growth journey this month. It will also help you within your relationships. It will help you see things in different perspectives that you possibly weren't able to see before. And that is going to help you navigate the tribulations and challenges that could come about in your relationships this month. I want you to notice the details, notice the thoughts, notice the tension in your body, notice those little things, and then focus on what matters for your journey. So in order for us to move past those little things that come up, it's easier for us to deal with them one-on-one as they come up than to push them aside and say, I'll deal with it later, and then have the big wave come and crash over us. Ground yourself in the knowledge that that no matter what you go through, you are protected and supported. But we need to stop looking outside for guidance. We need to stop looking outside of ourselves for leaders in our community to help save the day. We need to do the inner work inside of us. That is the best way. If we can calm the storm within us, we can help project the love out into the world that needs to happen in order to move past whatever we're going to be going through in the next few weeks. And I say this for a reason, because I've already done the reading for the first week in the new moon week, the first week of November, and there could be some challenging times that week. There could be some challenging times for many. Love is the answer. Love ourselves through it all, no matter what. Whatever is shown to you, whatever information is challenging you, shaking up your world, look within and love yourself through it. If we are loving ourselves through whatever we're going through, we can't judge ourselves, because love and self-judgment, love and judgment for another person can't exist in the same space. It can't. We will find a way. It may not be a way that we're used to handling situations. Maybe we need to try something new, but we will find a way. And if you need help in any of that, please reach out. Please reach out. I'm here for you. Career. Now, career for many people, it was interesting when I got this, is because there is going to be, because of the shakeups that are going to be happening in the world, because of the massive changes and transformations the world, the entire collective is going through right now, we are birthing a new age. Because of those changes, careers are going to be impacted. But how can we help ourselves? How can we protect our energies? How can we maneuver our careers around this situation, so that we know that we will be okay, that we will be supported no matter what. What I was given was that we need to set tactical boundaries that honor and align with our values. I'm going to repeat that. Set tactical boundaries that honor and align with your values. There may be something that's happened in your workplace or in your business that doesn't necessarily align with your values, that is somehow depleting your energies in some way, and you may be struggling with this already, or you may have or you may find that you will struggle with this in the upcoming weeks. When we are protecting our energies, when we are aligning with our values, we will when we create healthy boundaries for that, we do it in a way that is honoring ourselves and the other person. So we're not cutting them off. We're not slashing at them. We're not defensive in that way that is harming them. We are sorting through it enough so that we will find the words to pick the boundaries where we have a hard, this is our hard stance. This is what I need to do. We will pick the boundaries that need to flex a little. We will, but you will find a way. You will find the words and the actions that will honor yourself and the other person, that will lift you up and let you shine while still being able to move forward in some way. And that might mean that you not do certain business with people, or you limit the amount of business that you do with different individuals. But it is a way of making sure that you are energetically protected and you are honoring yourself through this. You're not sacrificing yourself in any way in that you are dishonoring who you are as a person and what you value, but you are being smart with how you move forward within your career. And whatever that situation is, whatever that pans out to be, you will find a way to find the words and the actions that will honor everyone involved. It's not burning bridges. It's not lashing out. It's not ending things in a dishonorable way. But it may not be easy. It may not be easy to do this, to find the right words or the right course of actions to take. But if you sit with it, you will be able to figure it out. You will be guided. You will be guided with the best way to do it. So I'd like you, if you're having trouble seeing that, if you're having trouble hearing that, you need to create some space for yourself so that you can ask the question. Ask the very specific question that you need answered. And you will be guided on how to handle that situation. If you do not hear anything, either A, you're not slowing down enough to hear it, or B, your brain got somewhat freaked out about what it was told and a wall went up in some way. And when that happens, we're going to send love to ourselves, and we're going to just explore with curiosity, with childlike wonder, what's behind that wall, and see if that works for us. See if that works for us. So no matter what happens within the career or within changes that might happen, it is making sure that you're able to go to bed and rest at night. You're able to look yourself in the mirror and go, I'm good with what I'm doing. I can love myself through this. And if you can do that, then you're being honorable towards yourself. But if you can't do that, then there's something that you need to do to tactically set a boundary that will help allow yourself to sleep at night or look yourself in the mirror and be okay with what you're doing. And be able to do it in a way that's not burning a bridge, or it's not dishonoring the other person, but it's still honoring yourself and lifting you up and allowing you to shine for who you're meant to shine. Like if your best traits about yourself, if your gifts aren't being used and utilized in your career in some way, then find a way. Find a way to allow yourself to shine. Find a way to allow yourself to shine. your relationships. Now, there's a few different layers that came with this, because relationships can mean peer-to-peer relationships. They might be business relationships. They might mean acquaintances or people that you've never met before, that you develop a new relationship with, or or an old relationship that's been rekindled, or really old relationships that's been rekindled. It could mean that relationships that you currently have within your life with family members or loved ones or friends, that really matter to you. There's different things that are going to play out here when it comes to the relationships. But what came through was cyclical natures for some are going to be revealed, while others will find the energies helping them move forward in some way. So what does that mean? Well, that could mean that people from your past or a past life that you had a really strong relationship with will be naturally drawn back again. If they are meant to support you and help you, and you're meant to help and support them in any way going forward, some people will find these relationships coming into their life, and they will recognize those people as kindred spirits in some way. Cyclical patterns may mean that if there are patterns that aren't necessarily healthy within your relationship, that you currently have, but that person means a lot to you, or that person, you maybe been struggling in that relationship and it's turned out to, you may realize that it's toxic for both you and the other person to stay in this relationship because of these cyclical patterns, that it's the same loop, going over the same loop over and over and over again, and it's time to get off that loop in some way. Now, do you have to end the relationship? Not necessarily. If the entire relationship is toxic, then it may be best for both parties to decide that yes, it's time to end the relationship. But if the person is, if you're finding these patterns coming up, the first thing that you need to do, or that I would highly recommend you do, is to become aware of these patterns and work through them. Because, we can't take these same sort of patterns and the part that we have, our part that we have in them, into another relationship, because then it's going to repeat in that new relationship as well. So what is your part in the cycle? How do you contribute to this cycle? And it's looking at yourself with love and understanding that those were things that you did when you didn't realize you were doing them, or didn't consciously realize you were doing them. And it may have been done out of a safety strategy, in a way that it was a way for you to protect yourself, in a way that your brain thought you needed to protect yourself. In a way, it could have been to mitigate any anxiety or worry that you had, or a fear of being lashed out in some way. It is So if you find those situations where and you're able to look at yourself and go, okay, well, what was my part in it? Ask yourself, what can I do to adjust so that I'm valuing this relationship like I desire to value this relationship, and show the other person that I value the relationship in that way as well. How can you value yourself in this situation? Because pushing aside your part in it, pushing aside how you feel and what you're experiencing and minimizing all of that is not valuing yourself either. So it's allowing yourself to see these patterns and explore what they mean to you, and move through them so that you don't have to repeat the cycles over and over and over again, so that you can get off the loop and move forward in some way that's healthier. And there may be, it's not just about the negative cycles either. So I want you to explore with the relationships that you have right now, what are the positive ways you work well with the other person? What are their strengths and how do they help you, and how do you help them? How do you work well with each other? So what can you do to understand that, so that you're nurturing that in the relationship as well, and helping you, give you the support and give them the support that they need and that you need through the next short while, through the short term, because that will give you the foundational support for each other. And that's key in a relationship, because it's not just about working through all the little things that piss you off about each other. It's also understanding what each other's strengths are, so that, and how they help you, and how you can help them, so that, and how well you work together. And those are the things that you want to nurture and strengthen, so that you are entering into the next phase, the next age that we're birthing, with a stronger foundation within your relationships. Health. Okay, so health. Oh, goodness. Okay, so little bit of uncomfortableness for me. I don't normally talk about certain things, and I'm kind of excited about this if it turns out the way I hope it to. But the message I got for health. Now, health could mean our physical health, our mental health, our emotional health, or spiritual health. It could mean all of those things. And so what I got was a holistic resolve will be helpful in your foundational health. A holistic resolve will be helpful for your foundational health. What does that mean? A holistic resolve? What could that mean? Well, that could mean the small things that you're doing to eat healthier, to move more, to for exercising, for just making sure that you are being more mindful of your thoughts and feelings and emotions. You're staying more in tune with how you the tension, with the tension that you're feeling in your body, and allowing yourself to work through that so you can release those energies. It is allowing yourself to ground more frequently and be in nature so that you can allow the healing nature, the healing properties of nature help you. All of those things are what it could mean. It could also mean, and this is where I get kind of excited, it could also mean that certain things that have been happening in the world for the last, 18 plus months may start to wind down, may get resolved, so that we can live a healthier life. How that will happen, I don't know specifically, but God is good. So what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to celebrate the small accomplishments that you are personally having. So, and keep laying the foundation for your own health and wellness. So if you used to just not pay attention as much to your thoughts and feelings and emotions, but then found yourself, or maybe you found yourself getting snippy with someone, and a few days later you were like, okay, yeah, no, the last few days have been not so great. Maybe instead of like catching it 2, 3, 4, 5 days later or weeks later, you're now catching it as soon as you, or like within hours of it starting, and you're able to mindfully track back to when it started. Because if we can catch it sooner, we can get to the root of what's happening sooner. And then we don't have to spend as much time going through all the little things that happened in order to figure out the pattern. We can catch the pattern sooner and actually work through it faster. All of those little things, it could mean that things that used to be scary for you, things that used to make you feel very uncomfortable doing, are you're finding more courage and confidence and stepping into that and being able to do that. Celebrate those moments. Celebrate those healthy moments that you were able to actually move past what was holding you back in the past. And because each of those moments, whether they're, doing yoga in the morning, or taking a walk in the evening, or drinking more water, or eating more fruits and vegetables, or being more mindful and focusing on what matters to you instead of getting sucked down with the things that really don't matter because you're like you're working through them faster. Those things, those changes, even though they may seem small, they're laying a foundation for your health and wellness. It is keeping the big picture vision for your life as the focus. Like, how do you want to feel throughout your day? How do you want your life to feel like? And if you are not feeling that way, then something is off. And it's seeing where that off balance is coming from, and then working through it quicker. It is being able Well, it's really empowering yourself when allow yourself to celebrate the little changes that you're making in your life for your own health and wellness. You are you are empowering yourself to live a healthier lifestyle. And connecting with yourself in a way that is healthy and true to who you really are. It's sending yourself love in huge ways. Huge ways. Okay, so wealth. Wealth is our quality of life. It may mean our finances and investments, but it doesn't, that's not all of it. It is how we see our quality of life being. It is how we are experiencing life and how we are enjoying life, and are we allowing ourselves to live life? Live life in a way that we want to live life. There's massive changes happening in the world. And yes, we each have our own individual bubble of protection. But what I've been showing is, the message that I got was a massive transformation is happening for the greater good of mankind. So what does that mean? It means that our quality of life will not look like it has been up until now. It means that our how we see our quality of life going forward may not look exactly how we pictured it. And this is where, when I talk about doing life goals and getting the energetic feeling of how you want to live life, and how what's in alignment with you, that feeling is important here. Because the picture, the vision, may not look exactly the way we pictured it or envisioned it. But if we are energetically aligned with the feelings of how we felt while picturing ourselves in those experiences or in that quality of life, then we can get to we can very much align very quickly when there is a shift or a transformation in a global impacting quality of life. We can quickly align with what aligns with us if we know what that feeling is. If we really understand what matters to us, we can align with how we feel or how we want to feel within our quality of life that we want to have. The massive shifts that are happening or will happen this month are meant to transform the world into the new age. But in order for us to we may need to shed old beliefs and visions that were based upon societal expectations of what life should look like. what's going to get us through this transformation easier is if we look within and really reflect on what you want while being aligned with the loving energies for other people, for all of mankind. And when we take action, we can ask ourselves, like, it's not just sitting back and watching this transformation. It's actually, understanding how we energetically want to feel while we're in alignment with what could be happening, and then following the guidance that we are being asked to take. And when we do that, we are more in flow with our energies. We are not sitting there expecting people to fix things for us. We are actually taking action and doing things for ourselves that will help plant the seeds for our future, help align our energies with our quality of life, with how we want to feel when we're living life. And it'll help us release the fear and trust in ourselves and in God to support us. It was interesting, as I was writing these notes, I was listening to some music, and literally there were these words kept repeating in the song, and I wasn't paying attention, and then all of a sudden the song stopped. It paused at that moment. And I was like, why is this song, why did it stop? So I hit play, and I'm not joking. I hit play, and the next words were, "You've got the keys." And then it continued to repeat, "You've got the keys." And I'm like, oh, okay. We've got the keys. We need to look within, see what aligns. And if we're feeling shackled in fear, if we're feeling shackled by societal expectations, unshackle ourselves by grabbing the keys in our hands and going, I don't need to feel this way. I don't need to be fearful. I don't need to live up to other people's expectations. I just need to know what aligns with me and move forward based on what I'm being guided to do. And that is freeing in itself. You've got the keys. Okay, now our personal development. Woohoo. Personal development. Now is the time. Trust your intuition and step into your destiny. Now is the time. Trust your intuition and step into your destiny. This is it. Masters, people that have been working to this point to step into their purpose, now is the time. Trust your intuition and step into your destiny. Trust the path that's shown to you. Move forward with confidence and be the change that you need. And when you do that, you will be the change the world needs. Trust your intuition. Now, if you're having trouble hearing what you're intuitively being guided to do, it really takes practice. You have to slow down enough, because it's not always a slap on the forehead or a slap on the back of the head. A lot of times it is a nudge. It is a quiet little voice going, you can do that. Oh, look it over there. Pay attention to that. And when you get those messages, you can go, do I need to do that? And you'll hear a, Yeah. Should I be going over there? If it's a no, you'll get a no. If it's a, well, it's not going to hurt you, then you'll be like, yeah, you can. We have the choice to follow our intuition or not. We have the choice to slow down enough to hear it. We have the choice. But now is the time to be. We have been, the energies that we have been feeling up until this point in the year have been very much an intuitive energy, powering us up, and building us up to this point. And it's going to continue through the rest of the year. So intuitively, we need to be able to listen to that creative energy, listen to that intuitive energy, and then take actions when we're being told to take actions. If we don't take actions, then we are just like, what good is our intuition? It seriously is equivalent to a mom talking to her kids and her kids just blindly ignoring them. It's like just someone talking in the wind, not paying attention. We are being guided always. We are being supported always. We just need to listen to what we are being told. We would just have to listen to the guidance. And some things that will come up for us for healing opportunities, some of those things have been specifically planned for us so that we can learn what we need to learn, so that we can teach what we need to teach others, so that we can step into our destiny. And if so, and I know this from personal experience. Because there's cycles in life. And if I look in my past, there's like repeated cycles until finally I couldn't take it anymore. And I'm like, I need off this loop. And you know what? Those are the things that I teach now. Because I learned those lessons. So I know how to get off of those loops. I learned them so that I could teach them. And so can you. We all have a destiny. We all have things that we came here to learn, and so that we could teach others, so that we could help others. We just have to choose to see it. Choose to get off those loops, and choose to trust what the next step is for us, so we can step into our destiny. Okay, spirituality. Okay. This one's not easy. It's going to be stormy for a while. This is what I was told. It will be stormy for a while, but use this time to find your inner balance to weather out the storm. It will be stormy for a while, but use this time to find your inner balance to weather out the storm. What does that mean? It means we need to use this time to strengthen our connection to our inner power. Use this time to strengthen our connection to trust ourselves, to love ourselves, to trust God, and receive all that we are intended to receive, for messages, for guidance, so that we can strengthen our inner power. Focus on what you are shown in each moment. Work through it and then release and allow the healing to happen. And I say this very specifically because when I went through my massive transformation in 2020, I made it my mission. I made it my mission to do whatever I needed to do to get through the muck in the shortest period of time. So whatever was shown to me in that moment, I worked through it. I didn't push it off to the side. I didn't ignore it. I worked through it. And yes, that meant that I had a little notebook with me when I was at work, and I'd jot down what the the random thought of baloney that my brain had for me. I jotted down where the tension was that I was feeling in my body, or whatever trigger I felt, and I worked through it on my break or my lunch break. But in the evenings when I was at home with my family, there was lots of times I was up and into a different room, working through what I needed to work through. It was very disruptive, but it was a short period of time where I worked through a ton of stuff. Because that is what I was guided to do, so that I would be ready for this moment for you guys. But I don't say this lightly, because some of you may need to do exactly that, because things have been pushed off for so long. Because the energies that are coming in are massive storm related and are bumping you around big time. Those waves are hurting you. And they're coming at you strong. Don't put it off, because as you put it off and ignore it and try and push it aside, the waves build and grow stronger and stronger and stronger. And it's much easier with a little ripple wave. Those are manageable. The bigger waves are a little harder to deal with. They hurt a little more. They hurt a little more, and they hurt other people, and things get messy. Things get really messy very quickly. In order for harm, this month there may be a lot of turmoil outside of us, and the only way that we're going to easily get through this, or get through it easier, is if we calm the inner storm within us. Because once we calm that inner storm that's within us, we work through whatever we're being shown within us, then we can then project our loving energy out towards other people and give ourselves love through it, and we're grounded, we're more stable, and that projected loving energy that we are showing other people is really helping others heal, and it's helping others get through what they need to get through. It is creating change in the world that is massive positive ripple effect for the entire world. And if we can all watch this and do the work that we need to do within us, then we will be the change that we need for the world. One heart at a time. The leaders in the country that are trying to make positive changes in this world need our help by doing the inner work within us so that we can be the change, so that we can change the vibration from fear and anger into loving energy. Into loving energy that honors ourselves and other people through whatever they're going through. That is what they need us to do. That is what they need us to do. If there's no storm within us, anything that's happening on the outside world it will be like, it's not my issue. You can't fool somebody. You can't fool somebody that is strong on the inside and that knows themselves deeply and knows the energy connecting them to God, because they have wisdom and truth running through them. They know it. They can discern it. And they're okay, no matter what. I want you to know that no matter what this month takes us, where it takes us, we will be okay. We will be okay. I'm sending you all love. Please reach out if you need anything. In the meantime, if any of this resonated with you and you'd like to share the love in any way, I'd much appreciate it. You can share this video, like this video, subscribe to this channel. If you'd like to help support me in any way, any virtual coffee is a huge help to helping me create content like this for people like you. The Soul Talk membership, there's a link in the description. If you're interested, please go to my website and check it out. There is no obligation as to how long you stay in the Soul Talk membership. You're welcome to stay for 1 month, or you're welcome to stay for longer. It's whatever you decide for your journey. Thank you so much for being here and being part of my journey. Until next time, be simply you.